If you are listening to this message right now, know that this is not a coincidence. This moment has been carefully designed, orchestrated by forces far greater than our understanding, so that you could receive this revelation today. Nothing in life happens by accident. Every detail, every circumstance that has led you to this exact point in time has been part of a grander, divine plan. God chose you. Yes, you. Out of all the souls on this earth, He has destined you for something extraordinary, something that transcends human comprehension. He has seen your heart, your struggles, and your longing for meaning and purpose. You have been chosen not only to live a different kind of life, but to carry a sacred mission. A mission that goes beyond your personal dreams and desires. You are here to break the curses that have plagued your family for generations, to dismantle the negative patterns that have chained your ancestors, and to set a new path for those who come after you. Understand this. You are not here by chance, and your purpose is not ordinary. You have been handpicked to redefine the trajectory of your lineage, to be the one who changes the story for your family, forever. Every action you take, every decision you make, is like a stroke on the canvas of your life, painting a picture that is part of something much bigger. You are opening doors that no one before you had the courage or strength to open. Your choices are creating ripples that will flow through time and change the world. If you've been feeling like you don't fit in, like you're out of place, it's because you are different. You were chosen to be a pioneer, and pioneers always face resistance. They are trailblazers, moving into uncharted territory, creating new paths where none existed before. That is why you may not fit into the conventional molds that others try to impose on you. The pain, the rejection, the moments when doors closed in front of you, were not setbacks but part of a greater divine strategy. Know that every closed door was a protection. Every opportunity that slipped away was a blessing in disguise. God has been steering you away from everything that does not align with your higher calling. Those closed doors were not failures, they were deliverances. He has been saving you for what truly matters, for something far beyond what you could have ever planned for yourself. And this is why you've gone through so many difficulties. The struggles you faced were never in vain. Each one was a tool, a chisel in the hands of the master sculptor, shaping you into the person you were meant to become. You are chosen, and the path you walk is unique. As you hear these words, I encourage you to declare with conviction, I am chosen. Speak it out, write it down in the comments, and let it resonate within your spirit. These words hold power. By declaring this, you are reaffirming your identity and aligning yourself with the divine truth that God has already spoken over you. In 1 Peter 2 verse 9, we are reminded that you are part of a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, a people set apart for His glory. This means you have a divine purpose, a sacred calling that is unique to you. When something is valuable, it is protected with great care. Think of a priceless family heirloom, a piece of jewelry passed down from generation to generation, or an object of great sentimental value. You protect it, keep it safe from harm, and handle it with care. That is how God views you. You are His precious possession, more valuable to Him than any material thing. There are moments when you may wonder why certain things didn't work out the way you hoped. You may have thought, I was so sure that was the right opportunity for me, or I believed that person was meant to be in my life. The truth is, God has been protecting you from things you could not see. He has heard conversations you were not privy to. He has seen plans that were being made against you. And because of this, He has removed what does not align with His perfect plan for your life. It can be difficult to accept in the moment, especially when you see so many doors closing, so many dreams seemingly slipping away. But every no you received was a providential detour. God was guiding you down the path you were meant to follow, even when it seemed like everything was falling apart. He often closes doors to prevent us from entering situations that could cause us harm later on. And while this may cause frustration in the present, remember that God sees far beyond what we can see. He is the guardian of your path, orchestrating every detail, even in those moments when it feels like everything is crumbling around you. Your feelings of frustration are a sign that there is something bigger in store for you. That is why you sometimes feel out of place, because you are chosen to walk a path that few have the courage to follow. It is not easy, but it is necessary. Think of all the times you were in a relationship that seemed perfect, or a job that appeared to be the opportunity of a lifetime, only for it to fall apart suddenly. At first, it felt like a great loss, but now you can see that it was a form of divine protection. God doesn't want just anyone in your life, and He doesn't want you just anywhere. Everything He does is for your ultimate good. Remember, Peter wrote that we are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, a people set apart for God's glory. This means you are of inestimable value to Him. Just as you would protect something of great value, God is doing the same with you. That is why some doors have closed and some opportunities have been taken away, because He is saving you for something much greater. If you have been praying for a sign, consider this message your answer. You may have been asking for a breakthrough, a change, a solution to your problems, and often, these answers come in ways that defy our logic. God works in mysterious ways, and this message could be the answer you have been seeking. If you feel overwhelmed, like you're carrying burdens too heavy to bear, know that you have been chosen to break generational curses. This means you are altering the course of your family history. The battles you are fighting now will prevent your children and their children from having to fight the same ones. You are the chain breaker, the one who is called to set a new standard. And this is no easy task, which is why your journey can feel unfair. It may feel like you are carrying a weight that others do not, but God knows exactly what He is doing. Think of Joseph, who was betrayed by his brothers and endured years of trials before he was elevated to a position of prominence in Egypt. He was sold into slavery, imprisoned unjustly, yet God was with him every step of the way. At the right time, Joseph was placed in the position God had prepared for him all along. The same is true for you. Every challenge you face is part of your growth process. God is using every difficult moment to prepare you for the destiny He has in store for you. Like Joseph, you will be placed in a position of honor, but only after you have been prepared to handle the responsibility that comes with it. The struggles you face are not punishments, they are refining you, like gold in the fire. As my grandmother used to say, if I could be a fly on the wall and hear what they're saying. That's exactly what God does. He hears conversations you cannot hear, He sees plans that were made to harm you, and He removes you from situations that are not for your good. Now, reflect for a moment on how many times you tried something that seemed perfect but did not work out. How many times have you trusted someone who ended up disappointing you? These experiences, while painful, were necessary to keep you aligned with the divine purpose God has for your life. Just as He was with Daniel in the lion's den, He is with you now, guiding and protecting every step you take. You are being prepared for something far greater than you can imagine. Every closed door, every failed relationship, every lost opportunity is part of a divine plan designed for your good. God's protection is real, and even when we do not understand, He is guiding us to the right place. Just like Joseph and Daniel, you will be lifted up at the right moment when you are fully prepared to carry the weight of God's favor. And now I hear the Lord saying, you are walking with the anointing of Daniel. Do you know what that means? Daniel was a man who, because of his obedience and devotion to God, was placed in positions of great favor. He had access to secrets and revelations that others did not. God's favor was on his life in extraordinary ways. He was preferred among many, not because of his human abilities, but because God was with him. This is the same anointing that is upon you. There is a favor from God that accompanies you, and it is this favor that will cause people to prefer you, that will open doors that no one else can open. There is something special about you, something that comes directly from your connection with God, and that connection moves you to the front of the line, even when it seems like you don't have all the qualifications. When Daniel was chosen by the king, many asked, why him? What's so special about him? But they didn't know that Daniel had God's favor, and that is what's happening with you. People around you may not understand why you are blessed in certain ways, why doors are opening for you, but it's because of the favor that God has placed on your life. His favor defies human logic, surpasses human understanding, and that is why you are receiving blessings that no one can explain. So, stay faithful, stay connected to God. He is your source, your provider, and He is guiding you through every step of this journey. Embrace your identity as the chosen one, and trust that God is leading you to places you have never dreamed of. You are more than a conqueror. You are chosen, and God has set you apart for greatness. You are the one who will change the course of your family's history, the one who will bring healing, restoration, and breakthrough. You have been chosen for such a time as this, and God is with you every step of the way. Walk boldly, knowing that you are protected, loved, and chosen by the one who created you for a purpose far greater than you can imagine.